Hello and welcome to part 28. I'd just like to say uh, I'm sorry it happened. What just happened, we all went through, the U.S., everyone, France, England, or Great Britain, and those on the ground in Syria, Russia. Um, I feel terrible that it came to that, but hopefully that's the worst of it and that's the end. You know, I can't stress enough. I mean, moving on, we need to, and I know so many people reject this probably, is a thought. I don't know if it is true or not. But would it really be so bad to not reject a U.S. Styled constitution where there are three branches of government and two houses in the Senate, the House of Representatives, and in the Senate. I'm sorry, the Congress, two houses, the House of Representatives and the Senate, and something more general, more specific in area, and this would be the legislative branch, and the judicial branch would be dealing with the law, and the executive would be more like presidential or police or something like that. So that's the basics of the Constitution. There are certain inalienable rights we believe in. I believe this was given to us by God. If it makes any sense. I mean, if you believe in the Bible or any of the text, that it is possible. It may not be exactly perfect, but it is possible that it's quite perfect and usable by any government, anyone willing to do so. And the transition, I mean, we need to help. Someone needs to help. Someone of knowledge about these things, wise, using good judgment, deliberation. So much more is just, justified, anti-corruption, accountability, checks and balances, and so much more. But we need to have people embrace U.S.-style democracy and capitalism, and I know it doesn't sit well with those that have been through the Cold War and those that have been on the other side of sanctions and all of this. I have high hopes. I care deeply for the Russian people. I care deeply for the former Soviet Union, and I hope there's a new Soviet Union that is democratic and capitalistic. And then we have reason to lift the sanctions fully, and maybe even reparations, or something like favorable status in trade, or allow them to trade with whomever, or whatever it may be. But there may be something down the road, and I talked of Ukraine being part of the EU and the new Soviet Union because they are both West and East. I can't, I feel terrible about what happened with Ukraine, and a federation just is one-sided. It makes Russia most powerful in the former Soviet Union, and it needs to be equals. I mean, I think it's been coming down to that recently, in recent times, that equals seems to be the norm, or what we're aiming for is, I hate to use a word like that, but excuse me, something where women are equal with men, on equal footing. They don't need to wear burqas. They can go to school. They can get a high-level job if they're qualified. And I do believe women have proven to be exceptional people as well. I mean, we're all equals. We should be treated equally. We are different, but the differences make life better, and maybe some people are better at some things than another, and that's just life. Diversity is a good thing, and that's all I have to say. I hope we can move forward and into some sort of transition. I don't know what happens next. I'm not in the know as much as you may think. I don't delude myself into thinking you think I know a lot. But I do believe that democracy to date, capitalism, is the best governance there is known to man. It came later, yet is better, far better than anything we have on the planet. I don't know what else to say about it. I care deeply for the, I can't explain, I can't go into the details, but I care deeply for Ukraine. I owe them a debt, if it makes any sense, and that's part of why. I care, as a people. I like them. I like, call me sympathetic to the former Soviet Union, if you will, but I want democracy for them. I want capitalism for them, and nothing but. It's so important. So that's all I have to say. And best, I hope no one got harmed at all. Not in the least. And good job, military, for executing such maneuvers. It's just I hope this is the end, and we don't want confrontation. I've said enough. I care deeply for Russia, and they must be hurting right now. And please refrain from any furthering the conflict. We do have your back. I think that eventually we can turn this around and lift sanctions and give you a great life. It may not come from us. It may come from you, but by the same token, it should happen. It needs to happen, and it's of paramount importance. Syria too. Look to the opposition. Look to maybe there's something in the rebels. Look to those that are willing to have democracy in Syria in truth. Let's not have any charlatans about this. Really want this, and they may need assistance from the world. And by all means, I'm sure the world, the UN, whoever, is willing to help, if that help will be accepted, and maybe only certain people would be accepted or whatever, but more than willing to help. This is so important, and get the world, on equal footing, and we all go up and up, prosperity and peace. It would be a wonderful thing, and that's all I have to say, I guess. I hope this doesn't come across as arrogant at all. I don't like that we had to use military force. I do not like that at all. Let's hope that's the last time, anytime, that the military force is employed. I understand, I have respect for the military in case such a need arises, but let's hope we never have to use it again, or feel the need to use it again. So have a good day. I'm sorry, for those that are hurting now. Not physically, I hope, in the least, but emotionally. This is not an easy thing. We went through something here in the United States. Waiting for this, and then waiting for whatever could happen next. It's a little frightening, and so we went through something too. But let's hope this is the end, and a new beginning. So I care. That's all I can say. Goodbye.